They call it a fusion center, but opponents call it a threat to your privacy. The issue is before the Austin City Council. Let's check in live with KXAN's Chris Sadeghi with more.
Well, Robert, it was a busy day for the Austin Police Department here at City Hall. Several agenda items in which they were involved in, including that fusion center. There was expected to be some contentious conversation regarding the Austin Regional Intelligence Center from groups that say it violates privacy. The center would allow many of the law enforcement departments in the Austin area to share information with each other. That's why they call it a fusion center. It's a tool that these departments, 10 agencies altogether, say will help them fight organized crime and keep track of any patterns or trends with crimes in the area that may stretch over jurisdictions. But there are groups here that say it will lead to personal profiling and an abuse of surveillance. The council is expected to vote to authorize the agreement today, but they will hear from Chief Art Acevedo and also plenty of organizations who say the council needs to establish clearer privacy policies before pushing forward.
We will continue to work with the police and anyone else involved with the center to try to improve the policies. So that's not really the issue. The issue is who's going to be accountable, who's going to make sure these policies work.
We are going to focus on one thing and one thing only. That's going to be crimes. That's going to be on solving crimes. It's going to be on keeping Central Austin, Central Texas safe.
The Austin City Council will decide tonight whether the city becomes part of a new regional intelligence center. Law enforcement agencies in Travis, Williamson, and Hayes counties say it will help them solve crimes faster. As KVU's Steve Alberts reports, critics call it a threat to your privacy.
When it comes to keeping the Austin metro area safe, Austin's police chief is convinced an Austin Regional Intelligence Center or Fusion Center is the answer.
We are going to focus on one thing and one thing only. That's going to be crimes. That's going to be on solving crimes.
The concept would house local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies under one roof. Agency members would share information to help solve crimes faster.
One of the things that we have to do is we have to leverage our resources.
Civil rights organizations have not been happy with the plan since its inception, raising concerns over how information on individuals will be collected and used by various law enforcement agencies.
If you don't put in strong privacy and civil liberties protections, if you don't really focus on criminal predicate and people that are clearly engaged in criminal activity, you waste a lot of resources. Law enforcement is inefficient, and it doesn't make us any safer.
We don't want private citizens' personal information to be gathered outside of a criminal investigation.
Chuck Henry with Texans for Accountable Government has been critical of Austin's new intelligence center. He vows to keep a close eye on it.
Our problem has always been that their words have not matched what we see in the documentation.
Some think this goes too far, while others believe it helps put a dent in crime.
We have a Fourth Amendment right for reasonable searches and seizures. This is going to put everyone's medical data, financial records, your fingerprints, face scan, voice recognition, any other criminal data as well, but this goes way too far for every resident.
If passed by the City Council, the center is expected to open October 1st. Steve Alberts, KVU News.